Hello fellow human! Welcome back to another Dank Doggo r/today I duck it up. So our ridiculous moments for today is from u/gallo boob with a title of TIFU by grooming myself on a flight and shaving my beard only to trigger the crew's anti-terror training and make everyone super paranoid for a short while. This happened a while ago while I was traveling to the US on a 9 hours flight from Europe. Context, I'm Greek/Lebanese and I am rather moderately hairy person, most of it on my face. I had an important meeting to attend in the US that was happening a few hours after I land, so I had to freshen up and prepare while on the plane still. A few hours into the flight, I went to the bathroom to change my clothes, wash my face and freshen up, shave and trim my beard, put on some deodorant, etc. Took my backpack with me since I've got everything in there. After spending some 5 minutes in there, struggling to move around in the tiny bathroom stalls on the plane, someone knocks on the door. I brush it off with something along the lines of, "I'll be right out." I thought someone needs to use the bathroom, but it was clearly occupied. Another 5 minutes go by and I start hearing chatter outside. And I could feel some people moving around. I hear a knock again. At this point, I had my shirt off and my face was half shaven, with the mosaic all over the other half. I opened the door in the questionable state. To my surprise, I see 3 flight attendants looking terrified, standing around the door. 2 women and 1 man. So I laugh and ask them if there is a rule and a timer for how long can you use the bathroom or what exactly was going on. The man proceeds to tell me some passengers complained because they saw me go into with my backpack and I stayed there in a while, so they were scared something was going down and reported to the flight crew. Mind you, it wasn't even at the questionable beard or stage or anything. It had grown for some 2 weeks or more, give or take just a week or more of fuzz. Edited to say that definitely more than a week, by the way, should have been clearer. So I laugh some more and I tell him I fully understand, but I had an important meeting upon landing, hence freshening up, and that I will need a bit longer to shave fully and finish grooming myself. He then excuses himself and we laugh a bit and then he goes away. Shortly after he comes back knocking and I open, this time in a new fresh shirt and fully shaved, and I ask, "What's up?" He tells me some passengers are still concerned. I'm shaving my beard and I thought that I was shaving my body too, since I opened the door with mosaic dripping on my face and without my shirt on. I was very confused and at that stage started to get annoyed. Just let me use the dang bathroom in peace. There are many other people can use. Turns out that, apparently, some extremist Muslim groups do this before they get up to do no good, aka sacrifice their life in an act of holy retribution/terror/ what the duck you want to call it. Something about going to heaven freshly clean. So at this point, I'm laughing too hard, but I can tell him I fully understand and that this is a good thing they check on such instances. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I then show him my meeting email with the time and date for the sake of their peace of mind. I also mentioned I was Christian born, but not religious, and that even as Lebanese dude, I had no idea terrorists were shaving before acts of terror. Thanks for the information I didn't really need. We then had a chat outside with the rest of the flight crew, laughing and making jokes. I could tell they were still a tiny bit paranoid, but 95% apologetic. They didn't check my bag or anything, and now I think about it, I should have shown them what was in the bag. Snacks, iPhone cables, some books, clothes, and my toiletry bag. TLDR, I groomed myself on a flight, and the flight crew along with some passengers went full anti-terror alert mode, while fearing this was something more than just one beardy dude shaving and putting some freshly clothes. For the many "why would you shave on the plane" queries, It was a special circumstance trip that I booked on a day's notice, and my beard grows too fast. So shaving before we took off would mean I'd have some annoying stubble when we landed. I wanted to look as fresh as I could for that meeting, and I did what I could with the given circumstances. I also groomed myself during a lights off time where everyone is asleep. Queues to the bathroom don't form during this time. Remember, they offer you shaving kits on some business flights. So to think anyone shaving on a plane is extreme is funny, but understandable if you are unaware. They have plugs for razors, hair dryers, etc. in the plane bathroom stall. I mean, they change poopy kids in there. So think about that for a second, Reddit. Well, glad that ended smoothly without any violent seizures or anything. Kudos to the flight crew for being very professional about it. And when they realize when they were wrong, they will, simply be apologetic about it. Better safe than sorry. Especially those kinds of behavior of OP matched with those extremist bombers before they get the job done. Lol. I learned something new today as well. So the terrorists will have to be as clean as possible before going to heaven and get the job done. Hence all the shaving, beard, and body. As the flight crew had no right to, forcefully open OP's bag, OP should have just shown it to them willingly, as there were nothing important inside, just like iPhone cables and stuff. And now for the comments. We have the first comment by u/Juglin Jugla. I worked with a guy who had family in the Middle East. He had issues with his passport and ended up having to stay 5 months longer than intended. He finally gets to go ahead to come home. He had to shave off his beard and hair while he was over there, so now his photo didn't match his passport. And took him another 3 months to get back to the USA. Lol. I assume those 3 months he had to wait for, the beard to grow back. User Carnivore asked that. 3 months for the hair to grow back or for the paperwork to be done? u/Legal Sock replied, yes. Meanwhile, u/Divine Infinity X said, first impressions matter, even in eternity. Username Jai151 shared that. Within a few years of 9/11, I was on a cross-country flight to LA. About halfway, I really needed to pee, so I went over to the bathroom to find it occupied. Rather than walking back to my aisle, squeezing through my seat, and watching over my shoulder, I thought it would be best to just wait by the door. The last aisle had a TV playing movie almost directly across, so I knelt down so they could see while I waited for the bathroom. Maybe 2 minutes later, a flight attendant walked over and asked if everything was alright. I responded that I was just waiting for the bathroom, and you could see the tension drain out of her. Oh, thank God! I thought you were praying to Allah! I don't think it was right for her to say that. Somewhat unprofessional, I guess. But 9/11 did indeed shock the US and perhaps the world as well. So it was a sensitive period for America, so I can't really judge. Username Bippity Boop replied, it didn't feel right for her to say, I think. But it was the truth, and it was weirdly awful time for America, and our complacent ignorance. u/RosianQ1 said, that's what a week of fuzz looks like? I don't know if I'm jealous or have a pity on you, or maybe both. I mean, he has the genes of both Lebanese and Greek. User Hubi67 said, can confirm. My husband is half Bosnian/Turkish and half Serbian. He can give himself a clean shave in the morning and have stubble in by evening. Say some prayers for our bathroom sink while you're here. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Dank Doggo appreciates your time. If you enjoy our content and want to see more of us, stay tuned and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that like button or Doggo will cry. Also, you can always tell us your fellow comrades, your experiences in the comment section. I will catch up with you guys later in the next video.